Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman.
Class 3, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the procession of the colors, to be followed by the singing of the national anthem by Beth Stovall.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the University of Maryland. My name is Darrell Pines, and I am the president of the University of Maryland. And what I say is, go Terps! All right. I am so excited to have you here for the third year in a row, host the launch of the Maryland Core Service Year Option Program and begin what promises to be an incredible experience for all of you. I would like to thank, of course, our governor, Governor Wes Moore. Give him a round of applause, of course. And his entire administration for championing not only public higher education, but also public service. There is a natural partnership that exists between them, and it is so great to have our state led by champions of learning and giving back. Did you know that the University of Maryland was the only do-good campus in the United States, which means that we are committed through our education, research, and outreach to pioneering ways to advance the public good while making real change for real people. And as our students learn, and as you will learn through this program, the most important step toward change is very simple. It's what you're doing today to commit to service. For service doesn't just encompass creating a new nonprofit or passing historic legislation, although those are things that I hope each of you will do. Service is also about the little things that grow into big things. It's about the helping hand in the present that builds into the movement for the future. President John F. Kennedy was right when he famously said that we must ask what we can do for our country, not what our country can do for us. But we must also ask what we can do for our family, for our friends, and for our neighbors and our fellow Marylanders. Today was a great start as you made packets for families that are being stationed in Maryland at Fort Meade and laundry kits for veterans at the Baltimore station. I hope that each of you right now feels a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy, a sense of passion, a sense of purpose, and I hope that you are getting inspired because the world needs you more than ever. The world needs you now. This world needs your dedication. It needs your empathy, and it needs your creativity. For while there are undoubtedly many challenges for us to solve, what we at the University of Maryland call the grand challenges of our time, your commitment is how we are going to keep alive our optimism and build our strength together. As Governor Moore loves to say, service will save us. Say it with me. Service will save us. Service will save us. Service will save us. And I agree. These programs are groundbreaking to make sure that each of you will reach your full potential while also making sure that your communities can fulfill their own as well. You are making an honorable commitment today, one that is a testament to your own character and reflective of your sense of responsibility for our collective future. And you will share this bond with everyone else in this room, everyone who has completed the program, and everyone united by belief that service is the way to make a lasting impact in the world and a way to do good. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for choosing service. Thank you for being bold. And thank you for being compassionate. And most of all, let's keep doing good and moving together fearlessly forward. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce Secretary Paul Montero, yes, a proud Terp, and Secretary of the Maryland Department of Service and Civic Innovation. Please welcome Secretary Montero.
Go Terps. Go Terps. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President, and go Terps. And thank you very much for your partnership. We're going to build on that as we head into Class 3. Good afternoon, Class 3. How are y'all doing? All right. Now, we've grown this program over the last 2 years. We started in the Armory, across campus, and we outgrew it. Your class is the largest potentially the best to date. We'll find out. But I'm thankful to the President for his continued leadership and support. And I thank all of you for being here, because you could be doing other things. I want to acknowledge, obviously, the visionary behind this program, Governor Moore, our Service Year Option Program Director, Aaron Dolan, and you're going to hear from some of our current and past members in a moment. But I also need to acknowledge my cabinet colleagues, because we've done this program in partnership. And over here, you see the big cheeses if you look to your left. Several of the cabinet colleagues that run state agencies that are helping us build this program to reach more people, because service will truly save us. I have to thank our Deputy Secretary, Sarah Flamang. You want to wave, Sarah Flamang? One of the founding mothers of this program, who helped ideate it. And I have to thank in the back, in the black seats there, our partners in the Maryland General Assembly, Senator Malcolm Augustine, waving at you, Senator Nick Charles, I think Delegate Janelle Wilkins. Oh, thank you for being here, Delegate Wilkins, and for your leadership. Delegate Sarah Wallach. Oh, and right next to her, PBS, my school board colleague here in Prince George's County Public Schools, Pamela Boozer-Struther, the first openly LGBT member of the Prince George's County Public Schools Board of Education. Thank you so much. And I see Mayor Knock there, the new president of the Maryland Municipal League, Mayor Todd Knock. We didn't and couldn't do this alone. And again, you all are joining a network of 700 people that have done this program before. This class ultimately will number 850 members. It's our job to connect you to each other and to the classes that came before you. The vision that Governor Moore set out with the Lieutenant Governor and those in the General Assembly, build a first-in-the-nation program where service and workforce development, thinking about how your service leads you to what it is you want to do. As I mentioned this morning, whether what you want to do is military, apprenticeship, job, higher education, continued service, it's your choice. But it's our job to help you get there, and to do it in partnership with those in the General Assembly, with those in the cabinet, with those in private industry. I got to shout out our host site employers. Many of them will be hosting you at their companies and nonprofits and state agencies for walking with us. We just had time with them upstairs. Host site employers, thank you for walking with us in a very tough time for our national economy. But to build an experience that thinks about where you serve and what you'll do, that thinks about financial literacy, that thinks about civic literacy, as I mentioned this morning. Whether or not you ever run for office or have a title behind your name, you're leaders because you're helping other people. You're leaders because you're thinking about someone else. You're servant leaders right now. Building a first-in-the-nation program that also thinks about connectivity and social capital. I was sitting at this table doing the service project this morning. This wasn't staged. One of the new members said, I'm thinking about doing something with professional sports with the NFL. I'm not, am I lying? And the woman next to her says, I have a contact at an NFL team. Let me get your information. This is day one. We didn't stage that. Get to know each other. Build this network. We're living in a moment where so many voices are trying to highlight how we're different. Maybe even suggesting we'd be better if people that were different weren't among us. But as I look across this arena, as I look about Class 1 and Class 2, as I look at what Maryland has always done, the difference is the value. We're better when we work together. From Mountain Maryland to the Eastern Shore and every place in between, you all represent families, neighborhoods, blocks, communities who see the world differently, but agree that our state will be better and stronger if we remember how connected we really are. Because if we remember that, we recognize that service to others also helps you. Partnership is mutually beneficial. And I hope that you all remember you all are what partnership looks like. Class 3, as you begin your term, I wish you well. I want the best for you, because when you win, Maryland wins. Now, I want to bring up a couple of special speakers, starting with one of our alumnus. She was actually in, yeah, that's right, Class 1, the pilot inaugural class, just to connect Class 1 and Class 3. So let's welcome to the mic, Jessica Staskell.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jessica Staskell, and I'm an alum from Class 2 of the Maryland Corps Service Year Option Program. I started this journey at my host site partner, Sunflower Bakery, serving as a helping hand with customers and on the hospitality team. Sunflower specializes in helping adults with learning differences obtain jobs in the fields of hospitality, culinary, and pastry arts, while also serving a few pies along the way. After the program, I had the wonderful opportunity to join Sunflower Bakery as an official full-time employee. But I wasn't done serving, because service is more than just a 10-month commitment. It's a lifestyle. It's in the small, consistent ways that we show up, attending community events, supporting local bookstores and restaurants, donating to food pantries and libraries, cleaning parks, and taking the time to truly connect with people, being curious, kind, and fully present. One of the most powerful things I've gained is connection. From my time at DSCI, I've learned so much from my fellow members, and I've built friendships and a network I know I can rely on for years to come. If I could offer any advice, it's this: let this experience change you. No one can force you to grow. You have to choose to lean into it, to stay open, and to see the value in every moment. Your outlook and mindset will shape everything. Thank you for lending me your ears, and it's my pleasure to introduce our Class 3 member speaker, Ahmad Pabon Bryant.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. All right. Good afternoon, Governor Moore, members of the Cabinet, President Pines, staff of the Department of Service and Civic Innovation, and most importantly to my fellow members and everyone that's here to support us today. My name is Ahmad Pabon Bryant. I'm from Bowie, Maryland, and I'm excited to be a member of Class 3 of the Maryland Corps Service Year Option Program. All right. This year, I'll be serving at WSSC Water as a Community Impact Support Specialist. Today, I'll be telling you a little bit about me. I'll share lessons that I learned along the way, and hopefully to my fellow members, give you useful advice to succeed in this program. Before the program, I was working multiple 9-to-5 jobs, and honestly, my life was just working and sleeping. As soon as I graduated from Bowie High School, I chose to jump straight into the workforce because I felt that was the safest route to take. I was taught after school, you go to college or you find a job. So I chose to find a job at Six Flags where I was in the food department working 11, 12-hour shifts. And I already know the question you're gonna ask me. Was I riding the big rides? The answer is no, no. All right, I'm gonna get serious for a second. After Six Flags, I worked at Safeway, UPS, and an instant oil change shop. Of these four, UPS taught me the most. UPS taught me when you show people your work ethic, and people are really gonna appreciate it. The harder I worked, people started to recognize me and give me opportunities and advice, not just about moving boxes, but life. I started out in the sort aisle, sorting packages, sorting zip codes all over the world for 2 years. I was focused, I grinded, I was on the clock, working triple shifts from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. And not before long, I got promoted as supervisor at only 19 years old. Through all this, I learned that a good work ethic plus a great attitude will get you a long way. But I'm gonna be honest, this all seemed like normal stuff when you're growing. Life's gonna tell you when it's time to make a change. And to my fellow members, I know some of y'all can relate. You know when you've grown out of a job, a place, a person, an experience, you can feel it. I tell people all the time, it's different when you're growing up and all you're listening to is yourself. And what you're doing is all what you know how to do. But when you start to take risks, when you start to push yourself, you realize you can achieve more than you imagine. What I want my fellow members to know is work can be purposeful, fulfilling, and mean more. Work can go from punching in to day out to being of service, to doing something purposeful for others and yourself. Through all this, I learned experience is the best teacher in the real world. And this program will give all of us that experience. Now we have what we need to recognize our potential and make it to a reality. We just need to keep our mindset on the goal of completing this program. And I want y'all to know that we can achieve it. Thank you. And now I have the distinct pleasure to introduce the man who created this program, the first black man to be governor of Maryland, and our 63rd governor, Wes Moore.
Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Can we please give it up for Ahmad and the amazing job that he just did? Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of the job you just did, but most importantly, I'm proud of your journey. You make us all proud in everything that you do. And I want to let you know that you, this entire class, that y'all have 6.5 million Marylanders who are rooting you on every single day and who need you to win. And so we're right there with you. God bless you and thank you so much, man. Can we also please give it up for President Pines and the extraordinary University of Maryland? They have been amazing this entire time. Anytime you ever ask President Pines, University of Maryland, say, hey, can we stop? You don't have to finish the sentence. The answer is yes. And especially at a time right now when we know just the kind of pressure that our universities are under. This is a university and this is a leadership that continues to stand tall. So we are deeply appreciative and thankful for all the work that you continue to do, Mr. President. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to Secretary Montero, this entire, yes, woo, yes. This entire DSCI team who has just been working around the clock to make today so successful. All these cabinet secretaries and every member of the Moore-Miller administration, who, let me tell you something, this is a team that rides for each other. And I'm so thankful to have such an amazing group of leaders and innovators who are here to continue to lift up this work. And I'm telling you, Ms. Secretary, we are proud to have you as the general who are helping to lead us through. So God bless you. We would not be here if we're not for these folks over here. I want to say thank you to my colleagues and our remarkable elected officials, because to be clear, to make this happen, that does not happen by an edict. It happens because there was legislation that was passed. And legislation needs legislators that pass and make it happen. And so to all of our elected officials, all of my colleagues, all the people who didn't just vote yes, but have made sure that that yes stayed consistent and we continue to build and grow, we just want to say congratulations and thank you for all you continue to do as well. To all of our partners who understand that real change does not happen because one person or one group or one vertical says it happens. It's because all of society says it's time. It's because all of society says we're in this together. And that is this group of wonderful partners that we have who you all will all get to know very, very well over this next year. But people whose mission are absolutely crucial when it comes to making sure that we have a society that is not just worth fighting for, but a society that's going to continue to be elevated. To all of our partners, we say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for all you continue to do and for your belief in every single one of these folks in these red shirts here. God bless y'all, and thank you. And to all of you, first of all, there's a whole lot of y'all. This is beautiful. Yes. I want to say thank you because when you're talking about the Maryland Corps service year option, that oftentimes we focus on the word service and what that means and why it is so important that you get out there and you serve, that you become become part of something that is bigger than yourself, that you understand that this world does not revolve around you, but this world will be incomplete without you. That you understand that dynamic, that when you see a world that is broken, that we have a direct responsibility to do our job to heal it. We focus on the service part. But I want to spend a second focusing on another part of the Maryland Corps service year option. Option. I want to thank you for saying yes. Because this is very intentional, and I want to look each and every one of you in the eyes on this. You stepped up when you didn't have to. You said yes when it wasn't required. For many of you, your lives have been things where you have fallen into steps that other people have laid out for you, where you didn't have a choice. You were going to do this after-school program. You were going to attend this high school. You were going to go see this person. You were going to. It was laid out for you. This is an option. And we're thankful that you raised your hands to say yes. Because there are many people who have not chosen to take this step. There are many people who, during this time where we are watching a nation that is wrestling with itself, a society that is struggling to identify who is it that we want to be, a society that understands that we are going to be better when we have more people who are actually engaged in that conversation, a society who is actively going through this, and there are some people who are opting out. You're opting in. You have taken up the option. And I want to say thank you. Because the people in our society who have ever done anything, who have made their lives meaningful, are people who have not opted out. No one remembers the names of people who opted out. No one remembers the legacy of those who have chose to sit on the sidelines. They are soon forgotten. The people who last are those who opt in, those who take up the option when it's not required, when it's not mandatory, but the ones who look at a society that is broken and say, let me heal it. Let me be part of the solution. Let me do the hard work and do what's required. You know, when we first came in, there were a lot of people who were telling us how difficult this was going to be. Because they're like, you know, listen, no state in the country has done this. That people have tried, people have talked about it, but there is not a single state in the country that has actually said to its young folks and to its folks who are young at heart and said, listen, we want to bring you in and welcome you to have an experience where you can be part of the solution. And people said, you know what, you should be cautious on going after this too early in the administration because it's hard. And I'm so thankful that I have colleagues and friends who said, we're not waiting. We're making it happen now. And the reason that we chose to make it happen now was not because we were betting on ourselves. It was because we were betting on you. It's because we knew the assets that we had in this state. We knew the talent that we had inside of the state of Maryland. We knew the people who all knew that they had an opportunity to serve and do something really special. The bet wasn't on us. The bet was on you. And I am so proud to say that now we can look at the entire country and say, look at us. Maryland will stand up, Maryland will lead, and yes, service will save us because you all are the ones that help us to lead the way on this. That we are here looking at a class of hundreds of y'all. Going to be a class of 850 inside this class. Marylanders from every background, from every corner of the state. You will see every single jurisdiction, every county and city in the state of Maryland represented here. The glorious 24. All of our counties are represented in this room. And this class is not just large and incredibly impressive, that we had to actually build out new cohorts within the class to make sure that everyone was going to be served, to include the fact that now we are having a doubling of the size of the Maryland Climate Corps. That we are proud that this year is the first year that we're going to have a benefits navigation corps inside of our core year option. People who are going to be working to make sure that all Marylanders can connect to the services that they need and the services that they deserve, no matter where they call home, but that they are going to get the benefits that they are entitled to. And I want to give a special shout out to Secretary Rafael Lopez and the Department of Human Services for their work in making this happen. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. That this class is so big that we had to create the IT Accessibility Corps inside of this group for the first time in our history. This group is making sure that Marylanders can get access to the government resources that they need and that they are entitled to and that they deserve. And I want to give a special shout out to Secretary Beatty, to Secretary Savage, to all of our friends at the Departments of Disabilities and IT for making this happen. Thank you for your vision and your leadership and giving people an opportunity to serve. Thank you all for believing in us. Thank you for believing in this state. And thanks for believing in each other. Because I do want to be clear. We celebrate you not because you're perfect, because none of us are. But we celebrate you because this world isn't perfect. And you all are the ones with the courage to do something about it. None of us are perfect. Neither is the world that we live in. But if we're willing to collectively put in the work every single day, we are able to make a more perfect union. The original foundations of what this country is supposed to be all about. An original foundation of a promise. And a promise that is still yet unfulfilled. But we're going to do our part to fix that. I don't need to remind anybody about this world's imperfections, especially today. I don't need to remind anybody in this room about the fact that we are still mourning the loss of Dakara Thompson, who was a service year option alumna. I don't need to remind anybody in this room that we are still shaken and disturbed by the attack that we saw on Charlie Kirk yesterday in Utah. That we know that political violence is unacceptable in any form, in any way that it shows itself. We will not tolerate it now, we will not tolerate it tomorrow, and we will not tolerate it ever. But I also know this. that the future of our democracy and the future of our country depends on those who opt in. And it will not be determined by those who opt out. The future of our society is going to be determined by those who choose to serve others. And it will not be determined by those who choose to harm others. The future of our society is going to be determined by those who understand that divided we cannot win, but united we cannot lose. This is going to be our moment to lead. This is going to be our moment to heal. And this is going to be our moment to serve. No one can choose the moments they get to lead in. The thing we can choose, though, is this. When these moments show themselves, are you going to lead or not? Are you going to fight for others or not? This moment has chosen you. You are the leaders that we've been waiting for. You are the leaders that we need right now, and it will be your service that will lead us out of darkness. It'll be your service that's going to lift us up. It's going to be your service that's going to make us better. This year will be challenging. The asks will be hard. The assignments that you will get will be given on Friday at 4 o'clock before you're going out to go see your friends. That you will be forced to wake up earlier than you might have been asked to wake up before, that you might be asked to stay up later, that you stayed up before, that your friends will tell you about how much fun they are having and you're telling them about the work that you are doing. And what I say is this: you are the ones who are going to shape our future, because you are the ones who are being built to lead in it. The ones being built to serve. And knowing that everything that you do is going to make a better society for all of us to live in. And so I want to thank you. Thank you not just for your service, but thank you for accepting this option. And knowing that in this moment, that you all will take the imperfections of this world and you will create something better, that you and your actions will inspire others to serve, that you will continue making our world better. And it will be your names that eternity will remember. And we collectively will leave no one behind. So thank you for raising your hands. Thank you for the amazing experience that you all are about to have. Thank you for taking care of each other. Thank you for fighting for each other. Thank you for fighting for your families and your neighborhoods and your communities. And thank you for understanding that because you put in the work, we will be better tomorrow. So God bless you. Thanks for all you do. Keep leading, keep serving, keep taking care of each other. And thank you for making this state better, which you are doing every single day. God bless you guys, and thank you so much.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want.